All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope your week is starting off well. Hope you guys are having a good one. I saw this quote this morning and it kind of tied into yesterday's quote for me, I thought. So, yesterday's quote was about never being too old or it never being too late to set a new goal or have a new dream to follow, right? And so this morning's quote I thought kind of tied into that because a lot of times when we look to either set our goals or we talk about our dreams, we tend to compare and we say, well, that person didn't do it this way, or they're my age and they've already done X. And I just really like this one because it talks about focusing on yourself and what you need specifically. Let me go ahead and read it and share it. It says, confidence isn't thinking you are better than anyone else. It's realizing that you have no reason to compare yourself to anyone else. Confidence isn't realizing you are better than isn't thinking you are better than anyone else. It's realizing that you have no reason to compare yourself to anyone else. And so, when you're going to chase after a new goal or you've got this dream that you want to accomplish, it takes a certain level of confidence to say, yeah, I can do that. Why not? Right. And I think sometimes it's a balance of um, confidence can sometimes be seen as cocky or arrogant, and it doesn't have to be. It can really just be about being sure of yourself, what's best for you in this moment, and believing in yourself, regardless of what it looks like compared to somebody else or even compared to yourself, right? And I think we do that a lot with our stretches, and I think it's a good practice. What I'm showing on the screen might not be where you're at today, or maybe it's not where you were at yesterday, and that's okay, right? But having confidence that you can do what it takes to get through today and do the best postures, do the best breath work, take the actions that you need without comparing yourself to anyone else, and just knowing that that's probably what's best for you, right? I like this one. I think everyone should have confidence in themselves. I think a lot of times we do compare ourselves to others, and it's hard. We live in a comparative world, we live in a competitive world. But being able to step back and say, you know what, this is what I need. Doesn't matter what the person next to me or the person over there, what they need. It's focusing on me and my particular needs, um, in a good way, right? And not in a competitive way, not in a mean way. You're not trying to disregard other humans, but when it comes to believing in yourself. That's where we're at today, I think. So hopefully you guys have a little boost of confidence. You can do that, or you can incorporate that into your stretches and just do the motions that you need to do, right? Honoring your body today and having confidence that it's the best thing for you. Let's go ahead and get this Tuesday started. We'll get to our starting position and we'll begin our stretches. All right, you guys, go ahead, come to that starting position. I've got a little coffee this morning. That's my confidence boost. Okay, come to your starting position. So we want our feet flat, knees bent, hips heavy. Feel them rooting into the chair beneath you. And then sit up nice and tall. Feel your spine get really long. Take the top of your head up towards the ceiling. And we'll start as we always do with 3 deep breaths. I invite you to close your eyes here as we inhale through the nose. Pull the breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, belly fills, chest expands. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Last one, deep breath in and a slow breath out. Good. Go ahead. Softly blink those eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in, and we will start with our stretches. All right, let's begin with our legs here, our lower extremities. So we'll start by pointing and flexing the feet here, right? So taking the toes away and then back towards the body, away and towards the body. Nice job, you guys. Start to get the blood flowing, get the energy stirring. And always keep in mind that if you're unable to see physical motion in the body, that's okay. I invite you to close your eyes and then see if you can watch as the body energetically moves. Right, and that's a great opportunity right there to test your confidence. This motion might not look the same from person to person, but know that what you're doing is what's best for you, putting in the effort and just worrying about yourself in this moment. Nice job, you guys. All right, couple more just like that. And then let's go ahead. Keep those legs long, but rest your heels down on the floor. And then draw those toes in back towards your body. Take a nice deep breath in as you sit up tall. And then as you exhale, reach your fingers in the direction of your toes. Good. And maybe your hands are at your shins or your knees, but wherever you're at, be there confidently and then continue to breathe. Noticing what you feel on the back side of your legs here, and just allowing the muscles to soften, maybe noticing a stretch in the calves or the hamstrings. Good. Being confident that you're exactly where you need to be. Nice job, you guys. Smooth and steady with the breath. Take another inhale here. And exhale, slowly, slowly come on back up towards seated. Nice job, you guys. Bring your feet flat, put a bend in the knees, and we'll take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome work. All right, we're going to get into our hip adductors. So stretching the muscles in our inner thighs here. And we're going to do that by just drawing our knees away from one another, right? So using the muscles of the hips and the legs to gently draw the thighs apart. You also have the option of maybe using a hand or a forearm to add a little extra pressure here. Good, and then again, return to the breath, smooth and steady. Notice what stretch you're feeling here, allowing everything to soften. Maybe also noticing too if you have a little extra tension. Maybe your shoulders have crept up, or you're clenching your jaw. Just try to release and let go any extra holding here. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving, smooth and steady. Good. Take another breath in. And exhale. Come on back to that starting position. Draw those knees together. Sit up nice and tall. And let's take a breath to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth. Exhale. Let it go. Awesome work, you guys. All right, moving into the back side of our hips here. We'll get into the piriformis, our glutes, all the hip rotator muscles. So come to your starting position. Feet flat. Hips rooted, sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in. And then we'll start with our right leg. Draw that knee up into the chest here, gently into the torso. And then begin to feel into the back side of that right hip. Know that you can stay here, right in this position, or if you want, crossing the leg over. Good, and this just changes the direction of the pull of the muscle. So notice if there's a change in sensation or if it feels the same. Maybe there's a lack of sensation. That's okay too. Just continue breathing and see what you can see. Nice job, you guys. Smooth and steady with the breath. Take another inhale here. Sit up nice and tall. And exhale, slowly release. Let that leg go. Awesome, awesome job, you guys. All right, we'll go ahead and switch sides. So again, come to your starting position. Take a breath in as you sit up tall. And then we'll bring our left knee up into the body here. Gently squeezing it into the torso. And then just bringing your awareness to the back side of the left hip this time. Breathing into sensation, and know that you can stay here or you have the option of crossing that leg over, right? Maybe just changing the direction that we're pulling the muscle. And it's a gentle pull, I should say, stretching the muscle, right? Just creating maybe a little different sense of sensation here. Notice what you feel. Moving the breath, smooth and steady. Nice job, you guys. Take a deep breath in and exhale, slowly let it go. Release that leg back down. Awesome, awesome job, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. So good. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our trunk. So we're going to stretch the core muscles here, all along the spinal muscles. So come to the starting position. Feet are flat, knees are bent. Make sure your hips are heavy and grounded here. So we're going to start to round forward, getting into our low back here, feeling a nice gentle stretch in the lumbar spine. Good. Keep that breath moving. If it feels okay, you can maybe release your head all the way down. Just allowing the stretch to go through the whole back body here. Making sure the breath is still smooth, still steady. If there's any compression or restriction in the breath, just back off a little bit. You can even place your elbows right here on your legs. And just noticing what you feel in the spinal muscles. Watching as the muscles soften and stretch away from one another. Good, and continuing to move the breath here. Nice job, you guys. Take another deep breath in. And then slowly, 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 slowly come on back up to seated. Nice job, you guys. Give yourself a minute to reset here. Let the blood pressure settle. Let everything stabilize. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. Awesome job, you guys. Just a reminder with that one, you do really want to make sure you give yourself that minute to let everything kind of resettle. When you're upside down like that, or slightly inverted, if you will, the blood can really rush to the head. So when you come up, you get a little lightheaded, maybe a little dizzy. So really just make sure you take your time on that one. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get into some twists. So keep your legs exactly where they're at. Oh, you know what? We should have done twists first. I completely switched the direction of that. But that's okay. We are going to do the twist and then we'll open up the front of the body. Getting ahead of myself today. All right, keep those legs exactly where they're at though. Feet flat, sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, gently twist over to the right here. Apparently I needed a little bit more coffee than I've had. Nice job, you guys. Hand placement is your choice. Maybe on a thigh, maybe on the chair. And then just keep breathing, right? Lengthening and creating space with the breath in. Gently twisting over to the right with the breath out. Maybe the gaze comes over the right shoulder. And then just continue to feel into the stretch. Easing into it. Acknowledging and honoring what your body's telling you. Nice job, you guys. Take another inhale here. And exhale, slowly release. Come on back through center. Awesome work, you guys. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So once again, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, gently twist over to the left. Good. Once again, hand grip of your choice, wherever you feel stable, creating a little bit more leverage. And then just easing into the twist here. Sitting up nice and tall as you breathe in, gently deepening as you breathe out. Maybe the gaze comes over the left shoulder. And just continue moving the breath, smooth and steady. Nice job, you guys. Take another inhale here. And exhale, slowly, slowly. Come on back through center. Nice work, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Awesome job. All right, so we already stretched out the low back. We did that a little out of order today, but that's okay. So now we're going to focus on stretching the front of our body. So from your starting position, sit up nice and tall. Feel your spine get a little longer from hips all the way to head. Take a breath in, and then we'll start by squeezing the shoulder blades together, right? So feeling everything engage in the back of your body as it broadens everything across your chest here. Good. Now a couple options. If your chair height is a little lower, you can take your spine up and over. My chair height's a little higher, so I'm just going to push my shoulders right into the back of the chair here, and then gently pull my chest and heart and belly button forward here. Good. Feeling a nice open expansiveness through the front of my body. Maybe my arms come to either sides, further opening up across the pecs. And then maybe I gently tilt my head back. I don't want to crank it back. Make sure there's no restriction in the blood flow or the airflow. Just gently lift that chin up. Good. And then continue breathing. Stretching and broadening all through the abs and the pecs and around the throat as you breathe in. And then watching as everything softens and relaxes as you breathe out. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving slow and steady. Nice job, you guys. Take another inhale here. And exhale, slowly, slowly. Come on back up to seated. Awesome work, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. So, so good. Nice job. All right, I'm just making sure that I'm going in order now. Clearly, I was a little out of it with the trunk. But okay, we will move on to our arms and upper extremity stretches here. So this first one, we'll start with flexion at the shoulder. And that's just taking this arm bone up and away from the body here. Now, again, going back to the idea of confidence, regardless of where you're at, it's all flexion, right? So if you're maybe just at shoulder height today, that is perfect. Be confident that that's where you need to be. That's what's best for your body. And then continue to breathe, of course. So we do have a couple hand grip options here. Fingers can go in between one another. If you are able to get that grip, I definitely recommend it. That's going to help open up the palm, get some more range and mobility in the fingers. But of course, a couple other options. You can take a cupped grip, so clasping your hands over one another. You can utilize the strength of one arm to assist the other. And then you can also always just use one arm and lift that up overhead. Awesome job. So wherever you're at, continue to breathe. Be confident that you're exactly where you need to be and listen to your body. So from our starting position, lower half of the body is heavy, rooted down towards the floor. Take your hand grip of your choice. And then as you breathe in, gently lift those hands up, maybe over the head in the direction of the ceiling. Nice job, you guys. Now, if your hands are up over your head, make sure your shoulders are relaxed. We don't want any pinching or any tightness. Just relaxing the shoulder girdle here, breathing smooth and steady. Keep the side bodies long as you lift the chest up. Good. If you're working at a little bit of a lower level, that's perfect too. Just try and keep those arms nice and long, and then breathe into the stretch wherever you're at. Nice work, you guys. If it feels okay in your body, on the next breath, maybe reach those hands a little higher. See if you can deepen the stretch, if that honors what your body's telling you. Or maybe you back off a little bit. Only you can know, right? Good. Take another breath in. And then slowly, 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 slowly lower those hands down. Nice job, you guys. Doing so good. Let's take a breath here to reset. Exhale out the mouth. Let it go. Awesome work, you guys. All right, we are going to do scapular glides. So that's motion at the shoulder blades. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what that looks like. Now, if you have a table to support your hands, I definitely recommend it. That's just going to give a little bit more stability and security to this motion. If you're like me, who still doesn't have a table or a flat surface in here, we can just pretend, and that's perfectly okay. So we'll either place our hands on top of the table, real or imaginary. If you need, you can cup your hands here too to support. And then we're gently pulling our arms away from the body. And what that's doing is helping to mobilize the shoulder blades on the back of the spine, right? So if you need to feel the difference, pull your shoulder blades together, feel them come in towards one another down the center of your back, and then pull them apart, right? Moving them to the opposite sides of the rib cage. Good, and then just continue breathing here, stretching those hands out a little further, drawing those shoulder blades up and around the rib cage here. Good, and just keep breathing, feeling that little bit of motion right in the shoulder blades. Nice job, you guys. Take another breath in here, reach those hands a little further, and then exhale, slowly come on back. Nice work, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose, open mouth, exhale, let it go. So good. All right, we are going to move into the back side of our shoulders here. So once again, come to that starting position. Feet are flat, hips are heavy. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. And then we'll start with the right arm, reaching it up and across our body here. And good, this is option number 1. You can just reach that hand across you, stretch, stretch, stretch. Option number 2, grabbing a hold of this other shoulder, giving it a gentle tug. Notice what you feel on the back side of the right arm. And then option number 3, if available, using your free hand to gently pull that arm in towards your torso. Good. Wherever you're at, listen to what your body's telling you. There shouldn't be any forcing, no pain. If there is any pain or discomfort, just back off a little bit. We don't want any added injury. You want to make sure the breath is still smooth and steady. Nice job, you guys. Doing so good. Take another breath in here. And exhale, slowly release. Let it go. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So once again, sit up tall. And then we'll bring our left arm up and across here. Good. So again, option number 1, just reaching that arm away from you. Option number 2, bringing your hand just over your shoulder here and giving it a gentle tug. Pulling gently so you feel maybe some sensation on the back side of the left arm. And then option number 3, if available, using your free hand to gently hug that arm in towards the body. Good. Once again, noticing if you're forcing or trying to push through anything. Instead, just continue to breathe and see if you can soften, easing into the stretch. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving, slow and steady. Nice work. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale, slowly release. Let it go. Awesome job, you guys. Let's take a breath here to reset. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good. And we are done with upper extremities. Oh, no, shoulder rolls. Hello. Man, that coffee is not kicked in yet, apparently. Go ahead, draw those shoulders up to the ears and back down again. Up to the ears and back down again. Nice job, you guys. Keep breathing, keep moving. Maybe switch directions here, pulling the shoulders forward as well as backwards. Maybe going side to side, whatever feels best. Nice. Just release any extra tension in those shoulders, the shoulder girdle, through the neck here. Nice job, you guys. All right, go ahead, come back to the starting position. Feet flat, hips grounding, heavy into the chair beneath you. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe even gently pull your low belly in here, support the core. Take a deep breath in as you reach your head towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, gently drop the right ear over to the right shoulder. Good, and then just allow yourself to soften here. Breathing into the stretch. Maybe your eyes close. Just allowing gravity to gently draw the weight of the head over towards the floor as you continue to breathe. Breathing into the left side of your neck here. Allowing the muscles to soften and stretch open. Nice job, you guys. Keep the breath moving, slow and steady. Good. Take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, come on back through center. Nice work, you guys. We'll go ahead and switch sides. So once more, sit up tall, take a breath in. And as you exhale, gently drop the ear over to the left shoulder. Good. And once again, begin to soften, letting the weight of the head pour over towards the floor. As you breathe into the right side of the neck this time, watching and feeling as the muscles soften, gently drawing away from one another. Nice job, you guys. Keep breathing, smooth and steady. Take another deep breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly drop the chin down towards the chest here. Just begin to make small circles with the head and the neck. Watching as the stretch moves through all corners of the cervical spine. Switching directions as you're ready. Feeling and watching as the stretch wraps around the entirety of the neck here. And just noticing sensation, breathing into it. Nice job, you guys. As you're ready, when you're ready, come on back through center. Sit up nice and tall once more. Bring your head back in line with your spine. Feel the lower half of your body heavy, grounding down towards the floor. From hips to head, lengthen up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders. And we'll finish just as we started with 3 deep breaths. I invite you to close the eyes here as we inhale through the nose. Pull the breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. Inhale through the nose, belly fills, chest expands. Exhale, open mouth, let it all go. Last one, deep breath in and a slow breath out. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead, blink those eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in. And that ends our stretches for today. So thank you guys so much for joining for that portion. I will go ahead and get mindfulness set up. So if you hang tight, I'll be with you in a second. All right, you guys, how is everyone doing out there? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Hopefully the week is going well so far, right? We're just getting started, but okay, let's go ahead, get the timer started and set. Take a sip of the coffee. All right, you guys. Okay, so we are continuing with the meditation practice of just focusing on one breath. And when I say one breath, that's where you start, right? So the idea behind all of this, mindfulness, meditation, whether it's a body scan like we did last week, or coming back to the meditation that focuses on the breath, the idea of all of it is to help quiet the mental chatter, right? Our brains are wonderfully complex, right? There's a lot of thoughts, we have stories, we can worry about stuff, we can plan for things, we can think about the past and the future. But unfortunately, sometimes that will take over. And then that's all we're doing, right? All we're doing is thinking, all we're doing is worrying and stuck up here in our heads. And so the idea behind this mindfulness practice is to give that mental chatter a break and allow yourself to attempt to let go of those thoughts and I guess more specifically see if you can let go of the idea of the thoughts actually controlling you, right? So, if there's something that we're really worried about or even excited about, we can get wrapped up in it and then that consumes us. It changes our mood, it changes the way our physical bodies react. It manifests in a lot of different ways. And so with this practice, we're trying to see if we can acknowledge the fact that our thoughts don't need to control us, right? And we can try to release them and come back to this moment. And one of the ways we do that, especially with this practice, is by putting your focus and your attention on something else, like the breath, right? The breath is truly connecting us to right here, right now, this very moment. As you breathe in and as you breathe out, that is what this moment is, breathing in right now and breathing out right now, right? So I will guide you through this whole practice. I'll give you some cues on where to focus. If your mind wanders, I'll try to draw you back in. And the idea here, the intention is to just allow yourself to show up, be present, and let go of any expectations, right? It doesn't need to look a certain way or feel a certain way. Just allow yourself to be and to focus on that breath, right? Letting go of any other thoughts, any other distractions, And yeah, I say simply, it's not as simple, right? It's definitely practice, but it's one motion, straightforward, simply focusing on the breath. So we'll give that a try here. As I've said before, try to show up no expectations. All I ask is that you start to come to a nice, comfortable position. Allow yourself to take a couple of breaths here, softly in, softly out, releasing anything that you don't need. And again, I will guide you both in and out of this. We will hear a timer. So there's going to be two different bells, the first one indicating that we've started, and the second one indicating that we are all done. So what you choose to do with that time in between is completely up to you. Let it be what you need it to be. Let it be best in your body, and simply let it be. Good. So take another couple breaths here. Make sure you're comfortable, either seated in the chair we did stretches or lying down, wherever's best for you. And then just take a couple of breaths again. For the next several minutes, I invite you to simply arrive, giving yourself the time and the space to let go. Let go of any outside thoughts or external distractions. Let yourself come into this moment, right here, right now. If you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes. Close your eyes or soften the gaze. And allow yourself to bring your attention inside. Turning your focus inward. And allowing yourself to let go of any extra mental chatter, any worries or fears, even hopes of what's to come. Let yourself release the past and come into right now, this present moment. With your eyes closed, allow yourself to observe yourself as you are in this moment from head to toe, seeing your entire being, physical and energetic, fully complete. Take a soft breath in, and then a soft breath out. As we move into the practice, your thoughts might wander, your focus might be distracted. That's okay. This is a call to practice for a reason. If your mind does wander, just notice, acknowledge it, and then see if you can return. Return to the breath, return to this moment. When you're ready, as you're ready, allow all of your attention to come to the breath. Watching as you inhale, watching as you exhale, watching as you inhale, watching as you exhale. Knowing that the breath is always there for you, connecting you to this present moment. Acknowledging right now as it travels into your being, and then watching as it exits. Using your imagination or the mind's eye or visualizing, however you describe it, see if you can see the actual breath. Maybe it's a soft white light or a warm golden swirl. See the air as it sits around you, and then as it travels into your body, passing your nostrils, swirling in the throat, filling the lungs. And then watch that same air as it slowly passes back out of the lungs, through the throat, out the nose and mouth, and enters the space around you. Keep your focus on the breath, noticing how it feels as it enters your body, acknowledging its effect on both your physical and energetic being. Can you feel the breath internally? Can you watch as your whole body lights up, alive with breath? And then watching as the tissues soften as the breath leaves. Softly breathing in and softly breathing out. Once again, if your mind has wandered or your thoughts have been distracted, that's okay. Notice where they've gone. Acknowledge the distraction. And then see if you can let it go. Releasing anything, any thought, any worry that doesn't belong right here, right now in this moment. And allow yourself to return to the breath. Watching as you breathe in, and watching as you breathe out. If you're having a hard time following the breath itself, I suggest finding an anchor point on your body, a physical part of your being maybe the nostrils or the throat, the chest or the belly. Keeping your focus on that part of your body as the breath travels in and as the breath travels out. Maybe you can feel and watch the touch of the air as it warms the nostrils on the way in and then passes back out with the out breath. Perhaps you can sense the warm touch of air in the throat as you both inhale and exhale. Maybe you feel the chest broaden in all directions, filling up with breath on the inhale, and then softening and returning to sighs on the exhale. Perhaps you have one hand on your belly and you feel the breath fill your belly, jutting out gently. And then as you exhale, watching as the belly sinks back in, belly button to spine. Using the breath, using your anchor point. Whatever you need to draw you back into this moment, right here, right now. Watching as you breathe in and watching as you breathe out. Watching as you breathe in, watching as you breathe out. If you haven't already, try following your breath for one full cycle. Pulling the breath in, watching as it swirls in the body, and watching as the breath returns, exiting your physical being. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. If your mind has once more wandered, notice, acknowledge, and then try to return to the breath. Giving yourself the grace and the ease and the compassion to always start again. Knowing that as long as you're breathing, you have infinite amount of chances to begin anew. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. If you were able to follow the breath for one full cycle, try for two. Without interruption, watching as the breath travels in and watching as the breath travels out. If you can observe for 2, try for 3. If you succeeded with 3, try for 4. If you can watch the breath for 4 full cycles, just continue watching. Keep breathing. Keep your focus on the breath. And know that at any point, if you get distracted or interrupted, or the mind wanders, just return. Return to the breath, knowing that it's always there to connect you to right here, right now. Softly breathing in and softly breathing out. Softly breathing in and softly breathing out. As we come into the final couple of minutes here, I will let go of my verbal guidance and continue to just breathe with you, watching as we breathe in and watching as we breathe out. At the end of our time, we'll hear a final bell indicating that our session is over. And until then, just continue breathing. Breathing and watching, observing the breath as it comes in, observing the breath as it moves out, and knowing that at any point, if your mind wanders, you can always return to the breath. Watching as you breathe in, watching as you breathe out, watching as you breathe in, watching as you breathe out. Just continue breathing. as you're ready, let go of any focus or attention and take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. If you wish to stay here, continuing to breathe, observing the present moment, by all means, please do so. Otherwise, as you're ready, when you're ready, softly blink the eyes back open. Come on back into the space that you're in. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths here in this space. As always, thank you guys so much for showing up, allowing me to share this practice with you, showing up for yourselves. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. If you are up for it, we'll be back here at 1:30 for our strength and endurance class practice. It's a little bit more upbeat, do a little bit more movement, some reps. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for another round of mindfulness and gentle stretching. Either way, we hope we see you again. And until we do, have a wonderful rest of your day. Continue to take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Thank you so much. Have a good one.